Hi guys, welcome back to my channel ArtsyPutsy with me Putsy, and for today's video it's going to be a battle of two Lux lipstick from Colourpop, the cream version and the matte version. And if you want to see the comparison, the difference, the similarities between the two Lux lipstick from Colourpop, how they look, how they wear throughout the day, just keep on watching. So when they first launched the Lux lipstick, I was about to make a review here on my channel, but then it came a little bit too late, and as the package arrived to my house, they released the matte version. So I was like, maybe I should wait to make a review and should just wait for the matte version. I'm going to buy the matte version first and then make a comparison instead. I think this will be somewhat helpful for you. I mean, I'm curious to know, so maybe at least one of you out there also curious to know. First of all, the similarities. They both have the exact same packaging, so if you have both of them, it's going to be a little bit hard to, to tell which one is the matte, which one is the cream. But I noticed on the bottom here, the cream version just have the name of the shade on the bottom, but the matte version has a lot of information like the grams, the name, and also the finish. Or maybe I just have a very simple one and they both have the same now, I don't know, but at least from what I do have, that's a difference. It feels quite heavy and it doesn't feel cheap at all. It does feels like a luxurious lipstick. When you weigh them on your hand, if you don't know that that's from Colourpop, I think you will think that these lipsticks are from high-end brand, because like it has a nice weight to it, and the packaging itself looks gorgeous. It's rose gold, it has a lot of star pattern all throughout it. I know some people think it's kind of cheapened the look of the product a little bit, but I quite like them. I can tell that that's Colourpop because they have a lot of packaging that have a lot of stars on it. And when you open the lipstick itself has a lot of stars pattern as well. And I just think it is such a nice touch, especially for a very affordable products. I mean, you don't have to do that to make it look prettier. You can just throw the lipstick inside of the tube, especially if the product itself is really good. But they just want to make sure everything looks pretty, everything's perfect, and everything feels luxurious, which is, I kind of agree. They both have the same price. They are $7 each, and they have a very huge color selections. I mean, not very huge compared to some other products from Colourpop, but it's still a big selection, and I'm pretty sure they will release a lot more color in the future. Like, I have no doubt about that. Lux it up. Enrich with our Lux blend of hydrating butters. This creamy matte long-wearing lipstick glides on the lips for intense pigmentation in shades meant for every skin tone. Lux it up, loaded with antioxidant-rich extracts. This velvet matte long-wearing lipstick glides on the lips for intense pigmentation and a soft blurring finish in shades made for every skin tone. So on the website, the matte version has a velvet matte finish and the cream version have a creamy matte formula or finish. So I'm going to wear them side by side. I know it's going to look a little bit crazy because the color that I do have quite different but somewhat similar. I don't know, I chose the one that I think look a little bit closer to each other, and I'm going to wear the cream version on my right side. I'm going to wear the matte version on my left side. So I take off my previous lipstick. It was just the Wet n Wild Mega Lash lipstick in Mocha-licious, I believe. I was just making a video of this look right here. It's a magazine makeup challenge created by Thataylaa, and the video of this challenge of this look should be already up on my channel, so I'm going to link that video up here and also down below just in case you are interested. So yeah, let's just go into the application. So for my Cream Lux lipstick side, I'm going to use Still Crazy, and for my matte lipstick side, I'm going to use Little League. Based on first impression, it's very easy to apply. It glides on really nicely onto my lips, and the color is quite pigmented. I think just because my natural lip color is very like dark and pigmented, I need like 2 swipes to get the full pigmentation, but with just 1 swipe it already covered up my lips pretty well. And I don't know, maybe it's just because of the shape of my lips. I don't really like the way this lipstick shapes. I don't really like a lipstick that has this kind of slanted side. I don't know, it's just way too slanted for my lips, and it's quite hard to apply because I almost transfer some lipstick into my lower lips, so I just have to go a little bit higher. But that's maybe just because of the way my lip shaped, I don't know. And I can tell it's very hydrating and creamy, and it's very lightweight. I almost feel like I have nothing on my lips, honestly. And the matte side, I'm going to use Little League. I kind of cheated because I already used them like once or twice before, but still pretty new. Wow, I think the color surprisingly look quite similar on my lips, because on the tube it looks quite different. The other one looks a little bit more pink. I don't know if you can tell, but by just looking at them side by side, you can tell that this is the matte version and this is very creamy, because this side has a lot of shine to it and you can see it's very creamy, whereas this side it looks like a satin to matte finish. And when I apply them, this just feels like butter, but this side it's still really soft and real easy to apply. It glides on really nicely, but you can tell that it has some, it almost kind of feel like it has some powderiness to it. It reminds me a little bit of the Rimmel Cat Moss. I don't know if you remember, Rimmel and Cat Moss have a lipstick. The matte version is in a red tube. I'm going to show you the picture of it. It's one of my favorite lipstick, and it kind of feels like that. It has that kind of powdery feeling to it, but compared to the Rimmel one, this goes on a little bit more, like way more pigmented, because the Rimmel one you really need to go over and over your lips to get the full pigmentation, but with this one, with just 1 or 2 swipe you get the full pigmentation. And one thing I noticed, when you apply the matte version, you have to kind of do this, hit your lips, kind of smile a little bit, so the lipstick will fill in every single part of your lips. Because if you apply your lipstick like this, you can see the lines, you know, the parts where the lipstick didn't go in very well, and you can see kind of all the lines on your lips. But with the cream version you don't have to do that. It doesn't make my lips look crusty or gross or anything, but you can kind of tell if I smile, you can kind of tell the part where the line used to sit. So this is the cream version, this is the matte version. You can see the shine is way more shiny on the cream version, but even with the matte version it still has a little bit of shine. It's not like completely drying matte, but yeah, I don't know if you can tell, it kind of has these lines where this one is not. This one is kind of have settled into the lines a little bit. Now comparing the two, I feel like this feels like I have lipstick on a little bit, but this one just feels nothing, so that's just a little bit of notes there. And yeah, I'm going to go and live my life a little bit for a few hours, and then I'm going to be back to give you the update and the checkup maybe in a few hours. So yeah, I'll see you in a few hours. So I'm back and it's going to be the final update. I know it's not gonna be like a full day wear test because I first applied the lipstick when it was around 4 p.m. and now it's 8 p.m. so it's only been on my lips for 4 hours. So yeah, but I feel like I already get some ideas, and it's already a little bit late because I started my day a little bit way too early, and this makeup right here has been on my face for more than 8 hours, and I really wanna clean my face now, and I already take off my contact lens, so I know I look very different from the first footage. In my personal opinion, they look more and more similar as the day goes on, and now I feel like I cannot tell which one is what. If I didn't tell you this is the cream version, this is the matte version, I feel like this is the exact same lipstick. The matte version looks a lot more matte when it first applied, and it feels like a powdery matte. It looks velvety. It does feels like a velvet matte, so they true to its claim, but they don't look completely matte. It almost looks like a soft matte or a satin finish, I should say. And this side looks very creamy and has a lot of shine, and you can tell that it's a creamy lipstick. After half an hour or so, as it sets down onto my lips, this side looks more and more matte throughout the day, and at the end of the day they both look very similar. But regardless of how it feels, you know, the powder feeling, the velvety feeling, and the powder and the creamy feeling of this side, they both feels very lightweight. They don't dry out my lips whatsoever. They are very moisturizing and they are very comfortable to wear, and they're not transfer proof because I didn't wipe this off, so you can see. I mean, it's just maybe because how I applied my lipstick and how my lip shape. If I don't put a liquid lipstick on, I always have a transfer here on my chin from the lipstick, and it does transfer because it's not a transfer proof or a smudge proof lipstick. However, this is quite long wearing, especially considering how comfortable and lightweight it is. I didn't eat something like overly greasy today, but I did eat some fruits and I drink, and the lipstick still stays on my lips. I used this lipstick, the matte version, before, and I can tell it wears off quite nicely. It didn't make your lip looks kind of gross or anything. But surprisingly, because this is the first time I used the cream version, and I feel like the cream version has a little bit more grip to it, which is weird because I feel like the matte version should hold onto my lips a little bit better. But when I touch my lips, see, I have nothing on my finger. I don't know if you can tell, but this one is the matte side, this is the cream side. I kind of tap my lips and it transferred a little bit more onto this than this finger. Matte version somehow a little bit more slippery than the cream version. I mean, it's still there, it's still on my lips. It's not gonna slip and slide quite as easily as some of my other lipstick, but the cream version stay on my lips a little bit better than the matte version. I don't know why. At the end of the day, I feel like this is the matte version and this is the cream one because they look exactly the same, but the matte version is a little bit more slippery. This kind of settle into the lines a little bit more than the cream version. If you look very closely, you can tell. The cream side, it just fills in every lines a little bit better and looks a lot smoother. With the same price, with the same finish, the cream version is a lot better in my opinion. But that doesn't mean this side is not good, because I enjoyed the Matte Lux Lipstick as well. I first tried it and I was like, whoa, this is such good lipstick. But if you try the cream version first and then the matte version, I feel like you will be a little bit disappointed. Besides, the cream version has a lot more color selection than the matte version, but if you cannot find a color that you like from the cream version, then go ahead buy the matte version instead. I think I will give these Matte Lux lipsticks an A because I really do like them. For a traditional tube lipstick, this is such an amazing lipstick with a beautiful finish, wears really nicely, feels amazing on the lips, it feels like nothing, and then very affordable with a great packaging. And with this one, it's just This is an A+ for me. This is an A, this is an A+. By the way, I forgot to mention this. The cream version has a very sweet scent to it. It almost smells like their lipsticks, but not as strong as that one. So it's a little bit more subtle, but the matte version has no scent at all in my opinion. It just has this kind of slight lipstick scent. I don't know how to explain it, but it smells like nothing. And also I remember when they first launched the cream version, they think the formula isn't perfect yet, so they try to change it and revamp the formula a little bit before they released the Crème Lux Lipstick. Back then just the Lux Lipstick, in my opinion, maybe, I don't know, I'm not trying to create a drama or anything, but maybe the now Matte Lux Lipstick was supposedly the original Lux Lipstick, and then they tried to perfect it, therefore the Crème Lux Lipstick. I don't know, I thought of it this way because I feel like it's just a little bit weird to have two completely different lipstick that looks completely different at first, but then a few hours later they look completely the same, but who knows. But nonetheless, they both still amazing lipstick in my opinion. It just means we have way more options now. Besides, some of the color looks completely different. So yeah, that's my final review, that's my final thoughts. That's the comparison between the Colourpop Matte Lux Lipstick and the Crème Lux Lipstick. And now you can decide a little bit better which one you should choose. And if you do find this video somewhat helpful, I hope you can give me a thumbs up, and also maybe subscribe to my channel. The subscribe button is down below. And lastly, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I can see you in my next video. Bye guys. I'm curious to know, so which is really weird, really weird, really weird, really weird.